Listen, Monk Mo Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, listen, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. You gotta block all disrespect. Like, soon as they come through with the layup, you gotta block it. As soon as they step back and try to shoot, you gotta block it. At the end of the day, listen, you just gotta block it. Listen, the picture that I put up on a thumbnail, listen, that's exactly how you gotta treat disrespect. Whoever created the block button, shout out to the guy who created the block button, because at the end of the day, the guy whoever created the block button, listen, Hall of Fame, you gotta give these guys their flowers. At the end of the day, it's Revenge of the Nerds. I don't got the glasses yet, but it's Revenge of the Nerds. At the end of the day, the nerds invented the block button to avoid disrespect. At the end of the day, listen, for all the future millionaires, you gotta understand, you gotta see disrespect from a mile away. Listen, if these people are not in shape, disrespectful. Listen, I repeat, if these people are not in shape, disrespectful. Listen, you have to see disrespect from a mile away. Listen, we moving through the Matrix like James Bond. We moving through the Matrix like Neo. Listen, dudes are casual dating. They're getting disrespected. They're getting women who don't respect their leadership. Disrespect. They stick around past the disrespect. Listen, this is going to get you the court case. Once you stick around past the disrespect, this is going to get you the court case. This is where the setup is coming. Listen, if a woman disrespects you, if a man disrespects you, listen, they'll set you up. They don't care about you. At the end of the day, listen, it's all about respect. You cannot, listen, at the end of the day, listen, before you become a multi-millionaire, you have to move like a multi-millionaire before you become that multi-millionaire. So once you become that multi-millionaire, if you never learned how to avoid disrespect, you're going to get disrespected at a multi-millionaire. And listen, they just going to plot on you. Listen, they going to feed you to the wolves. Listen, at the end of the day, get them to the Greek. I repeat, at the end of the day, get them to the Greek. Listen, they trying to come through with layups. We blocking everything. Dudes let beautiful women slide because they're disrespectful, but they're beautiful. At the end of the day, with the DDG situation, a lot of men let women smack them in the face, let women call them a boy, let women text them back late. At the end of the day, these dudes actually all have the audacity and the time to text women. And they're not multi-millionaires. At the end of the day, you should be taking over YouTube. You should be trying to take over the world. But instead of trying to take over the world, you guys are trying to take over the dating game. At the end of the day, why are you trying to take over the dating game? Well, easy, because you love disrespect. Listen, you're getting a woman who got popped, not to be graphic for YouTube qualities, but you're in a relationship with a woman who's been popped and hurt before. At the end of the day, listen, disrespect is at an all-time high. You guys are not even getting a virgin. Disrespect at an all-time high. Listen, you cannot accept this behavior. Listen, people are on their phones 24/7. If they respond back later than 5 minutes, listen, it's over with. Disrespect, block. At the end of the day, we don't have time. I repeat, we don't have time because, listen, we got to get the multi-millions. We got to get the real estate. How we going to get real estate if we texting people important stuff and they responded back 30 minutes to 3 hours to 3 days later? Listen, these people are playing games with you. But men, they can't control their lust. So since they can't control their lust, listen, at the end of the day, she gonna disrespect them. She gonna call him a boy. She gonna call you a bitch. At the end of the day, you can't be mad when she set you up. She already disrespected you the first time. Listen, the setup doesn't just happen out of the blue. At the end of the day, if you block every layup that comes through, if you block every step back James Harden jump shot, listen, at the end of the day, how can they disrespect you if you block it? At the end of the day, if you have buys and tries, how can they disrespect you? At the end of the day, you have to move like the president. At the end of the day, I repeat, you have to move like the president, but you guys ain't ready to be the man. I repeat, you guys aren't ready to be the man, so you're gonna keep getting disrespected. At the end of the day, for survival purposes, I'm trying to teach you guys how to survive with the multi-millions. You guys are gonna get the multi-millions, you're gonna get disrespected, you're gonna try to fit into society, and you're gonna get devoured and fed to the wolves. Listen, Monk Mo Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.